Hi, my name is Samantha Evans. This is my audience member, Ben.
Hello.
Tires screech, glass breaks, plastic and metal crash and twist around each other as the strong smell of burnt rubber fills the air. Unfortunately, many of us have experienced car accidents personally, including myself. These accidents cause millions of dollars in property damage, countless injuries, and even death. The causes of car accidents are countless: speeding, inexperience, distracted driving, and many more. As technology in our lives increases to provide us with safety and convenience, so does the possibility for it to interfere, creating distractions, especially when driving. Although laws have been passed prohibiting the use of handheld cell phones while driving, their replacement, hands-free devices, are just as effective at causing great distractions to drivers. After much research, I would like to share with you the many reasons why driving while using a hands-free device distracts drivers as much as handheld devices, and therefore drivers should refrain from using them as much as possible. First, let's look at handheld devices. Since cell phones were introduced, they have been distractions for drivers, which eventually led to their use while driving becoming illegal in many states. Distracted driving is cited as the cause for 420,000 accidents in 2011 by the official U.S. government website for distracted driving. 3,230 of these accidents ended in fatalities. These are extremely alarming statistics. Every single one of these collisions was avoidable. And there is also no way of knowing exactly how many accidents there are in which the driver or drivers did not admit to being on their cell phones at the time of the accident. This information is especially surprising because many states in the U.S. have placed bans on cell phone use while driving to prevent accidents for these reasons. Most states have made it illegal to text, talk, or use GPS on their cell phones while behind the wheel. Despite this fact, many drivers today do not adhere to these laws. Some drivers believe that being on the phone while driving makes them better drivers. They report feeling more alert and in tune with what's going on around them. I myself used to believe this to be true. There are a few studies that show this is what's really going on, and many studies that list areas in which these drivers fail to be distracted by their cell phone use. In a report on the distraction.gov website, it is stated that sending or receiving a text takes a driver's eyes away from the road for an average of 4.6 seconds, the equivalent, at 55 miles per hour, of driving the length of an entire football field blind. This also is similar for trying to find contacts, searching for the end call button, and looking for your phone if you drop it, and many other phone-related tasks. For these reasons, many states have placed restrictions on cell phone use while driving, but still many drivers continue to admit to using their cell phones while behind the wheel. At any time in the U.S., an average of 660,000 drivers are fiddling around with their phones while driving, reports the U.S. Department of Transportation, despite it being illegal. Now that we know the reasons behind why handheld devices are illegal, let us take a look at how inept hands-free devices are at solving this issue. It may seem logical that the best solution for this issue of distracting cell phones would be to simply remove them from the hands of drivers and place phone capabilities into the car itself, as is common with built-in Bluetooth today. Almost all new cars rolling off the lots today have a standard built-in hands-free cell phone capability that immediately connect the driver's cell phone to the speaker system when they enter the car. This can be used to make and receive calls and even read and write texts without the driver actually holding their cell phone. Most people think, what a solution. Not exactly. While the driver may not be holding their cell phone, searching for the right contact, reading a text, or trying to end a call, this is replaced by fumbling with stereo knobs and lists of commands for the phone's capabilities being viewed on a screen near the stereo. Recently, I bought a car with Bluetooth and was so excited, thinking it would ease my handheld distractions. I was mistaken. I often find myself struggling with the menu screen on the dashboard, searching for the desired command, causing me to take my eyes off the road for what seems like an even longer time than it takes me to navigate my own cell phone. While new to the features at first, I still find myself becoming distracted with this so-called helpful feature when I choose to use it. My personal bout with my car's Bluetooth is just the tip of the iceberg for hands-free device issues. Now I will discuss a few of many studies detailing the distractions that they add to driving. A study conducted at the University of Utah names inattention blindness as the real root of cell phone distraction, not the physicalities of holding a phone. Inattention blindness makes drivers less able to process visual information while behind the wheel, making them more likely to miss street signs and even billboards. Even when looking directly at signs, this study showed that drivers did not report seeing them after the experiment. This is because all of their attention is directed away from their environment, the road, and into their conversation instead. These drivers are 4 times more likely to be in a traffic accident. They also take longer to brake, accelerate, and are more likely to be rear-ended. Driving impairment increases even more with traffic, which is a terrifying thought for those of us who pick up our phone when we're bored during a busy commute or stuck in traffic. Another study conducted by the National Safety Council concluded that driving while using a hands-free device was equal in distraction to using a handheld phone. They found that 24% of reported accidents occurred while the driver was using a hands-free device. Another surprising statistic in the same report states that cell phone users have more accidents than drunk drivers. This is because of the high level of mental distraction phone conversations cause. This study also noted that having a conversation with a passenger in the car caused nowhere near the same amount of distraction as using their hands-free device. I know that none of us are perfect drivers, but being safe drivers is our responsibility. I think that hundreds of thousands of car accidents each year could be easily avoided if drivers simply refrained from using their completely legal hands-free cell phone devices while driving. Emergencies do happen, and I believe that cell phones can be used in these circumstances, but not for leisurely conversations while in the car. I would like to ask you, no, to challenge you, not only to put down your cell phone, but to hang up your hands-free device as well while driving. This single action can save you thousands of dollars in damage, pain and suffering, and even a life. I understand that for some of you, this may be a tough habit to break. I am currently struggling to stop this destructive behavior myself. After reviewing the statistics, the scientific studies, and reminding myself how greatly impaired I am when having a conversation through my car stereo, despite how great of a driver I may think I am, makes me think twice before pressing the call button on my steering wheel and scrolling through my contacts to make a call. And I urge you to do the same, for your sake and the sake of others who share the road with you. Thank you.